alongside her two daughters.
We feel robbed. 3 lives have been robbed from us.
The bodies of Zandili Chuma, 15-year-old Natalie and 5-year-old Nala were discovered in their home in Great Denham on Monday. Today, members of their extended family visited the scene, paying an emotional tribute.
They brought such love and joy and light into our lives. Whenever we were in their presence, they made us feel so happy.
Police say Ms Chuma's husband and the girl's father, Mark Chuma, is the main suspect in the murder investigation. Also tonight, another UK heat record. Temperatures exceed 34 degrees for the 8th day this year. Trouble for England. FIFA announces a 2-match ban for defender Joel Ponta after his red card in the match against Mexico. And farewell to the queen of the power ballad. Bonnie Tyler has died at the age of 75.
This is the ITV Evening News with Lucrezia Millarini.
Good evening. The family of a mother and her two daughters who were found dead in their home in Bedfordshire say they are determined to get justice as a manhunt continues for the suspect. The bodies of Zandili Chuma and her two girls, Natalie, aged 15, and Nala, aged 5, were found in Great Denham on Tuesday. Police believe they were murdered and have identified their father and Zandili's husband, Mark Chuma, as the suspect. He is now thought to be in Zimbabwe. Today, as the extended family paid an emotional visit to the scene, they said 3 lives have been robbed from them and paid tribute to those who died. Our correspondent Ben Chapman reports.
Together they came to a place they said had once been filled with such happiness. Cousins and aunts of the mother and daughters whose bodies police found in their home. The husband of Zandile Chuma is suspected of killing her and their children, 5-year-old Nala and 15-year-old Natalie, before fleeing to Zimbabwe.
Behind all this, there was a woman, 2 beautiful girls who were absolutely loved and were adored and have left a massive hole in our hearts.
Their extended family want people to know about the driven, successful mother they knew as Maku and her dream daughters.
Maku loved gardening, she loved her flowers, and she was an absolute precious flower to us. So we feel absolutely heartbroken and we feel utterly devastated. Nala was an absolute character. She was one who spoke her mind, and I think Natalie as well. We had such high dreams for them. They brought such happiness and light into our lives.
Police have been at the house in this quiet village on the edge of Bedford since breaking in on Tuesday, following concerns the family hadn't been seen for days. 3 days earlier, on Saturday, Endadana Mukanyasi Chuma, known as Mark, was pictured on CCTV at Heathrow Airport shortly before boarding a plane on a British passport to Zimbabwe, where he has family heritage.
We just want to wake up from the nightmare. 3 lives have been robbed from us. We can't believe anyone would do that to any human. All we are asking is justice, and we pray the police will do their best.
Police say they're working with international agencies, but whether those prayers are answered may require more than that. Zimbabwe has no extradition agreement with the UK.
A spokesman for the police in Zimbabwe has told ITV News they are yet to receive a formal request from the UK authorities. Bedfordshire Police told us this is a fast-moving investigation. They're pursuing a number of lines of inquiry, but even if they track down Mark Chuma, getting him back here to the UK to face trial could be extremely complicated.
Ben, in Bedfordshire, thank you very much. The records have tumbled again as Britain swelters under its 3rd heatwave of the year so far. A temperature of 34 Celsius was exceeded again today, the 8th time that's happened in this calendar year, beating records set in 1976 and 2020. Cambridge's Cambridge Water issued its first hosepipe ban for 30 years and heat warnings were extended. Amber heat health alerts were already in place for the Midlands, the east of England, London and the south. Today, the UK Health Security Agency upgraded the North West and Yorkshire and the Humber alerts to amber. The North East remains under a yellow alert, and these remain in place until 9 p.m. on Sunday. The hottest place today was Wisley in Surrey at 35.5 degrees. Our correspondent Rachel Younger has the latest.
So is she struggling desperately for every breath?
Mid-morning at the Emergency Operations Centre in Crawley, and already heat-related calls are coming in.
Okay.
For the third month running, a heat wave is putting paramedics and call handlers under unseasonal pressure.
We are very busy, and over the recent heat wave, we saw something like 4,000 calls a day, which was at times around 30% higher than we would normally expect.
Hospitals are under the kind of strain normally felt in winter. This was Liverpool in January, but last month more than 3,000 people a day endured corridor care in England, and today Watford, like everywhere else, is expecting a busy one.
I think we know how to respond to winter pressures. That's something the NHS has got used to. What I think we need more of is confidence about when we have heat pressures come our way, how are we going to respond to that?
By late morning, Bristol is sweltering, and this cafe for the over 50s is offering respite from overheated homes.
I'm glad I'm the age I am and not the grandchildren having to grow up into it, the problems that are going to come.
I'm managing. I don't like to come out in the heat.
Although by mid-afternoon, some of a similar vintage are not only braving the sun in the capital, but still sporting a jacket and tie.
I'm so glad you're wilted.
It's when I'm happy being late. Yeah.
It gets worse when you get older.
By 3 p.m, it's hit 30 degrees in Penarth, South Wales, with the majority of the UK bracing for more.
Anybody looking for a rapid cool down will not find it, because many of the places still in a heat wave will still technically be in a heat wave, probably into the start of next week as well.
At the end of another scorching workday in Brighton, there are upsides to that.
For those not lucky enough to be cooling down by the sea, the advice is to stay hydrated, reduce your alcohol intake, seek plenty of shade, and check in regularly on more vulnerable family and friends.
With temperatures continuing to rise, the NHS is urging common sense to help keep its overstretched services afloat. Rachel Younger, ITV News, Brighton.
Let's go to Ellie Pitt, who's in Cambridgeshire, where households are among the tens of thousands facing a hosepipe ban in the coming days. And Ellie, Cambridge Water says it's facing unprecedented demand.
Yes, this is the first time in 3 decades that Cambridge Water have had to impose a hosepipe ban on its 350,000 customers. It's going to be in place until at least next Friday, the 17th of July. Usually their customers use about 86 megalitres of water a day, but recently that's gone up to 112 megalitres a day. Areas of Kent are already under a hosepipe ban, and parts of Hampshire and the Isle of Wight will follow them tomorrow. Simply put, in parts of the country we are using water quicker than it can be treated and pumped out to our homes.
All right, Ellie in Cambridge there, thank you. President Trump has declared the truce with Iran is over as both sides launched further missile strikes for a second day. Iranian state media reported explosions in Bushehr, home to the country's nuclear power plant complex, along with other locations across the coast. Tehran responded with its own strikes against what it said were US bases in Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain and Jordan. The strikes coincided with the funeral ceremonies for Iran's late supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who was killed by American strikes when the war first broke out. From the Iranian capital, our international editor Emma Murphy sends this report.
Escorted by fighter jets, Iran's late supreme leader's final journey was to his birthplace. His burial here in Mashhad, the most holy city in Iran, is also a political statement, acknowledging his life, the nature of his death, and building the image of a martyr taken by an enemy of the state. On a tide of red flags for vengeance, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's body was taken to the shrine of Imam Reza, one of the greatest honours that can be bestowed in Shia Islam. The anger at the nature of his death felt by the Islamic Republic and those to whom Khamenei was the greatest leader is clear in the signs held by those who gathered to honour him. But there are many others in this country who have not turned out on these streets. The nature of his rule, through the strengthening of state and security control, alienating those who seek a different Iran. Absent too, his son and successor, Moshtaba. His absence at such a moment in the Republic's history, sure to raise questions as to his condition. Security may be used as the justification for his absence, especially as a wave of mutual attacks took place in the hours before the funeral and after. These US strikes on Bandar Abbas to the south, some of many that have taken place across Iran overnight and today, expanding in geography and intensity, including close to Iran's nuclear power plant at Bushehr. Iran had promised swift retaliation and delivered it, attacking US bases in Kuwait, Bahrain and Jordan. They too are expanding the scale of their military response. The incoming and outgoing attacks are fueled by division between the United States and the Islamic Republic as to who should have control of the Strait of Hormuz.
Although the attacks of the past 24 hours have been significantly larger than anything we've seen during the course of the ceasefire, it is notable that neither side has actually said they want to return to full-scale war. They are pushing each other without question, and it may yet happen, but it seems at the moment they're holding off, aware of the dreadful global consequences if that were to happen. Emma Murphy, ITV News, Tehran.
Andy Burnham looks on course to be named the next Prime Minister as Labour MPs begin making their nominations for their next leader. He's expected to be the only candidate standing and said in a video posted to social media he's nominated himself. In the absence of any other candidates, he is expected to be formally declared party leader on the 17th of July and then expected to become Prime Minister on the 20th. And the leader of Restore Britain has caused outrage over his comments on the 1996 Dunblane massacre, in which 16 children and their teacher were killed in a mass shooting. Rupert Lowe, who is the MP for Great Yarmouth, claimed on a podcast there was just one murder. His comments have been called deeply insulting. Prince Harry found himself mobbed by nurses today as he visited Birmingham Children's Hospital to celebrate 20 years of the Well Child charity. The Duke thanked staff for their work, which supports seriously ill children and their families moving from hospital to their homes. As for a reunion between Harry and his father, it's still not been nailed down, and as our royal editor Chris Shipp reports, Meghan might even come to the UK after all.
Given the week he's had, Prince Harry looked surprisingly relaxed and at ease this morning. Perhaps it was the reception he was given from the nursing staff at Birmingham Children's Hospital. Perhaps it was because he was back with a charity he's worked with for 20 years.
We've met before. Thank you again for coming in and sharing your stories. But it means so much to me now being patron for Well Child for 19 years. That means so much to me to know that the difference this charity is making to every single one of you.
What is still up in the air today, however, is whether Harry will see the King, who's thought to be at his Highgrove estate this weekend, 90 minutes from here. Harry really wants King Charles to see his other grandchildren, Archie and Lilibet, and spoke about Archie during the visit today.
You know who's obsessed with Lego? My son Archie. Obsessed. And he's very good at building things as well.
The principal reason for Harry's visit to the UK this week is this: the event tomorrow to mark a year to go until his Invictus Games is staged in Birmingham in July next year. Harry was meant to attend this event tomorrow with Meghan by his side, but her involvement was pulled when they were told they wouldn't get any state-funded security. Meghan, however, might still be in the UK with the children, but even at this late stage, neither Harry nor his father, King Charles, have found a time and a date to meet one another. They are leaving it very late. To most other families, that kind of chaos might seem absurd, but diaries are diaries, and the King's one is filled up many weeks in advance, just like it was for the visit to London Zoo today to check on the health of their residents in the heat. At least the animals had somewhere to stay in London, however. Harry was told earlier this week there was no room for him at Buckingham Palace because he hadn't let them know in time. Just like the family reunion, it seems, they're very good at leaving things late. Chris Ship, ITV News, Birmingham.
To the World Cup now, and England have been told that defender Joel Konsa will be suspended for 2 matches following his red card in the victory against Mexico. It is a blow for the Three Lions, who have injury worries over Declan Rice and Mark Gay. They face Norway in Miami on Saturday night in the quarter-finals, as our sports editor Steve Scott reports.
Joel Konsa was sent off in England's win at the Azteca against Mexico. While his red card was justified, the FA hoped. The ban follows an extraordinary series of events when US striker Florian Trump called FIFA's president to complain. This unhelpful development comes as England have been enjoying a tranquil couple of days back at their Kansas base. Their only training session had a gentle feel about it, though it did not include Declan Rice and Mark Gahey. We're told they're not seriously injured, but even if they are a doubt for the quarter-final, it's sensitive information that wouldn't be shared anyway. Yesterday's session was fairly light, partly because of the heat, but also Thomas Tuchel recognised the physical toll taken during the Mexico game. Tired minds and tired legs really are the last things you need heading into a World Cup quarter-final to be played in 30-plus degrees. There's no question who's led the Three Lions charge to the last 8, Captain Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham. Bellingham's form has been eye-wateringly good. Those close to him say if he's a piece off the pitch, his performances reflect that.
You see his hunger to win, his drive, and how much it means to him to decide these matches and to be the man to kind of take us forward. And yeah, I think everyone at their happiest is always playing better, and he's really happy, he's really enjoying his football.
Cameras or not, Thomas Tuchel does not hold back. Jed Spence, the centre of his annoyance here.
5 minutes already, Jed. Come on.
The player himself embraces the head coach's passion and what he brings.
Harmony, togetherness, team spirit, hunger, fight, everything.
He's beating a path to the Golden Boot and has so far been more than a match for even the very best defenders here. Steve Scott, ITV News, Kansas City.
And finally tonight, the powerful voice and trailblazing career of Bonnie Tyler has been remembered warmly today following her death at the age of 75. Born in a mining village near Swansea, Bonnie was best known for her smash 1980s hit Total Eclipse of the Heart. Leo Sayer was among the many stars paying tribute, telling ITV News he would deeply miss his friend. Well, Bonnie passed away last night in a hospital near her home in Portugal. Our arts editor Nina Nana looks back at her life and career.
Bonnie Tyler always knew she was rock and roll. Her voice, her personality, her look were perfect for this, one of the best-selling songs of all time. Big hair, big shoulders, and a very big voice that delivered record sales of around 100 million. For the girl born Gaynor Hopkins in a coal mining village in South Wales, the road to superstardom took grit after years of playing in Welsh working men's clubs. After she was talent spotted, her first hit single in the UK came in 1976. But Lost in France coincided with fears she might lose her singing career. Nodules on her vocal cords required surgery. The result? Her already husky voice took on that famous gravelly tone which made her stand out forever.
The way she sang had so much passion. Bonnie believed in every line, every word she sang, and that was her skill. That's what I spotted. I'll miss that beautiful voice, and I'll miss those sparkling eyes, and I'll just miss my mate.
Everything Bonnie Tyler had done before was eclipsed by this in 1983. An operatic, over-the-top power ballad, #1 around the world, and since streamed more than 1 billion times.
Every now and then I get a little bit restless and I dream of something wild.
She would never reach these 80s heights again. In
In 2013, she represented the UK at the Eurovision Song Contest, ending up 19th. Before becoming ill in May, she was planning concerts for later this year.
I often said, next year I'm going to slow down. But, you know, I keep being asked to do shows in great places. Of course. And I love what I do, you know.
Bonnie Tyler can no longer belt out this song, but millions of her fans and music peers will ensure it and she will never be forgotten.
Remembering the life and career of Bonnie Tyler, who sadly died last night. And that is all from us for now. There is no news at 10 because of the football, but from me and all the evening news team, bye-bye, have a great evening.